Hello everyone. So let's see what is firewall. A firewall, it acts as a protective barrier between your computer or network and outside world, that is internet. It monitors and filters data traffic based on security rules. So you can see here in this diagram the working of firewall. So firewalls functions involves monitoring traffic, blocking threats, then creating a barrier and allowing safe access. So monitoring traffic means it watches the data going in and coming out of your system. It blocks the threat, which means it stops hackers, malwares and suspicious connections. It creates a barrier, which means it prevents unauthorized access to your computer or a network. It allows a safe access, which means it lets trusted data and applications communicate freely. In short, a firewall is like a security guard checking every packet of data and deciding whether to let it pass or block it. This is a network level visuals showing how a firewall fits into a typical setup. A firewall sits between your router and internal network, inspecting all data that flows between the internet, server and PCs. You can see in this diagram, internet, which is a external world sending and receiving data. Router, it connects your local network to internet. Firewall, which is filters traffic, blocks threats and allows safe data. Server and PCs, these are the internal systems protected behind the firewall. So essentially we can see a firewall act as a security checkpoint, deciding what enters or leaves your network. Now this diagram shows the inbound versus outbound connections in Windows Defender Firewall. So Windows Defender Firewall is a Microsoft provided firewall, which has inbound and outbound rules. So inbound means internet is trying to talk to your apps, that is data coming into your computer, and outbound means your app is trying to talk to internet, that is data going out from your computer. So through this diagram you can see, on the left hand side, that is blue side, which shows a global network trying to connect to your app and firewalls comes in between, and the outbound, that is orange side, on the right hand side, it shows that your app trying to connect to the global network, where again firewall is coming in between. So through firewall you can control these both connections. So in case if you want to block any website's access on your device, in that case you have to use a outbound rule, where you can define a rule and block a particular website with the help of IP address. So you have to first find the IP address of a particular website, for which you can use a nslookup command in the command prompt. The syntax is nslookup space a website's link, that is www dot, for example, abc.com. Then it shows the IP address of that particular website. Then you have to use that IP address to block the outbound connection, that is the request coming from your, going from your device to get connected to the global network, that you can block if that particular website is suspicious or it is having any problem. In that case, if you want to block that, then you can use a outbound rule. So further in this video, I am going to demonstrate with the practical example how to block a particular website's access from your device with the help of Windows Defender Firewall and its outbound rule. So let's see how to block that. For that example, I am going to take an example of Facebook's website. So I want to block a Facebook's access on my device. So for that, how to define an outbound rule, that we will see. So let's try to open a facebook.com, which is right now not blocked. So it has to open. So we will see whether it is opening or not. So just see, Facebook is not blocked. So it is now, that website is opening in my browser. So now I want to block it. So, and for that purpose I want an IP address. So go into the command prompt by typing cmd command. Now write nslookup space website address of Facebook, that is www.facebook.com, and hit enter. So it shows IP addresses of Facebook. So it shows 3 IP addresses, one IPv4, then IPv6 and another IPv4 address. So I want to block a Facebook website, so I have to use these IP addresses and define a rule in the Windows Defender Firewall. So just go into Windows Defender Firewall. Down on the left hand side, click on Advanced Setting. Then you can see Inbound and Outbound rules. So I have to define outbound rule because I want to block access of that website from my connection. So click on New Rule on the right hand side. Then go to Custom. Then click Next. Then I want to block all the programs. So just click Next. Then don't change anything here. Then again click Next. And now it shows a local IP address, whether you want to block that or whether you want a remote IP address. So it is a remote IP address. So click on these IP addresses and add one by one IP addresses of the facebook.com. So first IP address I had added. Now click on copy second IP address, that is IPv6 IP address. Now go again into the outbound rule, paste that and add it. Then again add the third IP address, that is IPv4 address, that is 57.144.80.1. Copy this. Now go into the outbound rule and add this. So I have added all 3 IP addresses. Now click on Next. I want to block this, so it is already checked. Now I want to block this IP address on all 3 connections, that is domain, private and public connections. So click Next and give name to this rule. So I have given a name as a block Facebook and then click Finish. Now just see a block Facebook is appearing at the top in the outbound rules, okay, which we have created. So now go into the command prompt again and type nslookup space www.facebook.com. Now just see it shows request timeout. Means now from my device through command prompt I cannot access Facebook. Now again go into the browser and refresh this page and to check whether it is opening. So now just see it is showing that your internet access is blocked. So website access is blocked, so I cannot open facebook.com on my device with the help of browser. So to open it, either I have to disable it or delete it. So I am going to delete this rule, and now I am again checking whether it is opening or not. So in the command prompt now it is started showing all 3 IP address again because I have unblocked it. The rule is deleted. Now going into the browser and again refreshing the page. Now let's see whether it is opening. Now just see it is again started opening. So that's it. That's how we can block a website with the help of Windows Defender Firewall outbound rules. So that's it from this video.